Come on in and join us.
We have a new Wild Fox Ritual soap today, a gift from the Razor Company.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays...
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why, come on in the live chat. Meet the Whiff Pack. Cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you too.
They would. And for our mention today, we would like to talk about the Herald brushes from the Razor Company.
Y'all, inspired by Ken, the vintage head shaver, they come in a myriad of colors, 5 or 6 different knots, a boar option, 2 badger options, and these fabulous synthetics. Scott Big Papa Moore has all of them. And what is our soap today?
This will be our second from Wild Fox Rituals. Let's meet it.
And from the sales page at therazorcompany.com.
Fresh, clean, unexpectedly smooth. Opening bright with citrus, this refined blend settles into soft oak moss, green tea, and a touch of warm amber. Rounded out with subtle florals and clean musk. It's modern, yet understated. Like a well-cut shirt or a clear morning sky. Whipped and slow cured for weeks, our shave cream builds a dense, velvety lather that cushions every pass, while leaving a polished, lightly scented finish.
And from the sales page at wildfoxrituals.ca, the inspiration behind each product runs deeper than just ingredients. The topographical maps that are used as the background for my labels are maps of real mountains from Alberta and British Columbia. These landscapes are part of the places that shaped me, and I wanted to honor them. Some of my scents are even named after these peaks. For me, they're more than names. They're reminders of the wild, grounded beauty just outside the door and the stillness we carry within.
It's just always nice to find out more about new artisans.
Right.
So we even had Kim Fox join our chats last time, so it was nice to virtually meet her. But I just liked reading the sales page and seeing what's behind these labels because they all match, but I felt like there was some reasoning behind it, and now we know.
And constant viewers will know that Oakmoss and I don't always get along, but there are ginormous exceptions, and we might find one today, y'all, when we open the box. So y'all, Michael McFarland sent us out a Wild Fox Ritual soap for my birthday, but TRC had sent the wrong one. So when we opened this box before, we were surprised, and TRC just said, keep it as a gift, shoot a review. So we did, and here it is, y'all. Look at how beautiful and dapper and professional these labels are. Oh, and yes, topographical.
Right, and then it says this is Fortress Mountain, aka Bergamot and Oakmoss. Now we know.
And y'all, it's not a splash. It's hydrating aftershave gel serum. We tried this with our last Wild Fox soap. It is incredible. And at an amount that you can put it in your baggage at the airport and you don't have to check it. All right, y'all will come along with us as we ascend Fortress Mountain for this first impression. So, Miss Fox, number 1, we are always impressed when a soap comes with a cosmetic barrier so that we know our noses are the first ones to get onto this soap. And I'm curious to know how this oak moss is going to wash over my rather persnickety nose when it comes to oak moss. So you take it in first.
Okay.
Let me know what you think. I'm going to think when I
think
smell
you're
this
right.
bad
Oak moss is probably one of the ones through this whole journey that we have really learned in new ways. So I'm curious about this.
I think she's come to like it more. I've come to like it less. Y'all, look at my face. I understand what it does. My mother put anchovies in her spaghetti sauce. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean I don't like what it does in a blend when it's used carefully. So let's see what happens when you take this in. I'm excited.
There were other things on that sales page, so I think we'll be okay.
It's
but
not
let's
single
see.
note oak moss kind of thing.
Here's the pour so you all can see. All right, dive it in.
Giant fans of oak moss, go check out Glastonbury or Varennes from Sterling. Woo!
Oh, this is very gentle. I
Yeah?
think you'll be just fine.
Nice.
I think I get actually more of the tea notes that were listed there. So it's much more that type of a light whiff. Like, I really do feel like I climbed Fortress Mountain. There's something fresh air, clean about this, but gentle, like you're just starting the day. I think it's more like the bergamot, like rind almost. It's much more, not as in your face, not as bright or sour. It's much more that kind of like gentle, citrusy side of the whiff.
Right.
There's something about this that's almost like a fresh field of flowers, but I can't tell you which ones. They're not loud enough to be able to even be known as the flowers themselves.
Right.
It's just kind of like an open field vibe that I'm getting.
Right.
I'm trusting Wild Fox kind of knows her wildflowers, and it's really working in here. It's just adding that gentle, clean, not a barbershop, but the florals that are used in barbershops, kind of that type of thing.
The lavender violet kind of
I
thing?
know, it's a little less, like almost more a white color. It's just, I'm getting the clean side.
Alberta's got some amazing soap artisans. That's the land of McDuff's, too.
It's almost like it's redefining how you would say the word clean to me, how they're being used here, like the gentle, brighter, clean sides of all of the scent notes that were listed.
Right.
That's what I'm getting. Nothing is conflicting, nothing's pokey, like they're blending together to almost create their own whiff somehow.
Nice.
I am getting the musky finish, so it is almost like that soapy, clean kind of a thing. That's just your final end of the whiff. I think that's why I'm getting like a fresh breeze happening.
Right. Is it aftershavey?
Not the spicy, herby side. So take those away.
Gotcha.
But the clean, soapier sides of barbershops, like it's more that clean, gently floral musky, but it's just, it has a brighter briskness to it.
Right.
So I'm not getting anything green, grassy, herby. It really is the outdoorsy size of like a fresh breeze meets gentle florals with some citrus in there. But there's nothing gourmandy. So don't take any of those. Like, you don't want to take a bite out of anything. It's just transporting me off to Fortress Mountain.
Now I gotta know.
Okay.
How you getting the oak moss?
I wouldn't even know it's in here. So I'm getting an outdoorsy thing. I'm sure that's as green as the whiff is getting for me. But normally my nose targets oak moss right away, and I have to find everything else around it. This, I can't even find it with a flashlight or magnifying glass.
Well, you know what? That's fabulous, because for me, oak moss is like the behind the scenes player. Like, as soon as you see the stage manager for the Academy Awards poke his head out of the curtain, you know Faye Dunaway probably said the wrong name.
I guess normally when I'm picturing oak moss, my brain almost jumps to the fougere lane.
Yes.
This doesn't have anything fougere about it.
Okay,
so,
that was my next question.
Right, so the oak moss, if it's in here, is so disguised and reoriented that I'm thoroughly enjoying that fresh air side of it.
Right.
So, sometimes when I picture vetiver, same thing, I just think grassy. Oak moss kind of goes into that category for me.
Right.
It's done differently here, so it's more of an open field. I'm not standing with my face in the grass, if that makes sense.
How sweet does she get?
So the other one that we have from them, I would completely put in a gourmandy sweet category.
Gotcha.
This is the opposite.
Oh.
There's something subtly sweet about, I think it's the florals, or maybe it's the green tea, like where they're interacting, but it doesn't scream feminine. It just kind of gets that fresh outdoorsy thing for me. So I would probably vibe towards this one because there's parts in it that I'm enjoying, but I don't think that makes it feminine. I think it's just a more gentle, kind of clean, pretty side. If I'm having a day that I don't want to pick a lane for what I want to shave with, this is kind of one of those ones that I would reach for because it has a little gentle nudge of a few, but it's not enough that it's making me decide which one.
That is a great point. These are the kind of things I look for when I'm having analysis paralysis. I usually just go Fruit Loops. I usually just say screw it.
I know from our last one that they're a little lighter in scent, but that's intentional. And I think that's where I'm having a hard time picking out parts of the whiff, but I kind of like it because it's recreating its own type of a whiff. Maybe when we lather, you can get a little bit more, but there's almost a slight little amber color in here is my last little kind of, not gourmandy, but just a little more subtly sweet, maybe almost approaching like a little sunflower-ish or something. Like it has a little honey-ish. That's as sweet as this is getting. If I had to find something in here that has an approach to almost find a gourmand, that's all I got.
Chris Cullen, during our interview with Katie's Bubbles, made an interesting point. One of the big reasons that people get into this hobby is to save money. No, I'm kidding. It's because they have sensitive skin and they're looking for artisan products. So some of the artisans like Shave Mercantile or Wild Fox Rituals will formulate their soaps with a little bit less essential oil, fragrance oil kind of stuff for those that might be a bit sensitive to those things.
Okay, I finally found that greenish color.
Oh.
Not that it wasn't there before, but I think I had to be brought in by all the other parts I could find. And it's there, but again, it just gives you a floor to stand on. It doesn't take over the scent, but if it wasn't there, we would miss it.
Gotcha.
All right, I am curious to see what you think of Fortress Mountain now.
I am too. I'm going climbing. All right, here we go, y'all. Going to the summit. Oh, you're right. It almost borders on fruity rather than oak mossy. For me, in the best morning on the farm in California ways. Y'all, fresh air set before anything else. Beautiful. I love this. Hold on.
Almost springtime.
Yep.
Yeah.
And again, no oak moss. I'm not really getting it. And y'all, this goes citrusy, but in my favorite way. This is not about the fruit itself. This is like walking past my grandfather's tangerine and orange tree. You're not getting that muddled, tangy part of the citrus. You're getting the leaves of the tree. You're getting the wood that is supporting its branches. You're getting the rind of the fruit, but that's been sitting outside in a country rain. This is very different. You know what this is? This is like if you took some of the different scents from the farm, the flowers from over there, the woods from over there, the citrus from walking by the nectarine tree. This is building a sense of barber powder from all of those natural things. So if you went to like a homeopathic barber and he had made his own barber powder from the farm that surrounds the barbershop, this is what it would smell like. Beautiful. And again, at the very base of it, something creamy for me that the oak moss is creating without it having to crawl up your nose in its oak mossy way that it can sometimes. Not doing that. It's just the very subtle spice the others are dancing on. I might like this better than the other one.
I know, surprisingly.
Wild!
But they're complete opposites, which I think you can appreciate both for like a gourmandy, fun kind of day, and this is just a calm, comforting kind of thing.
It comes together in the middle the way the very early gourmands used to, with patchouli and things that weren't really reminiscent of food, but still had a way of making your mouth water. Stronger With You leather has a bit of that in the middle. There's something about that going on in here. Like, it's so beautifully, naturally sweet. It's clouds, but not cotton candy. You know?
It does have that childlike kind of vibe. Like, I feel like I could be a kid just running through the fields somehow.
Well, you know the little gift shop at Split Pea Anderson?
Okay.
Where they have the rock candy on a stick like they used to have in 1870?
Yeah.
When you smell that rock candy sugar.
Yep.
That's like the heart of this. How do you even do that without making it smell like cotton candy or go whimsical or fantasy note? It's not. Well, sometimes when we walk out of our back door, just the natural combination of the trees and the leaves and the earth itself makes a candied-esque sweetness. Yeah. That's been captured in here, y'all. And usually, soaps like this have a finish that's rather wishy-washy. You know those songs from the 70s that would just fade out, especially on an 8-track where they'd fade out twice? This doesn't fade out. So it starts making you think that it would, and that the florals and the sweets would just give you a delicate goodbye. But right before it slams the door, you hit this really clever edge of woods and spices and maybe a little floral that lets you know this is more sophisticated a blend than you first realized when you opened the door.
Yeah, it's almost got like an orchestrated send-off somehow.
Right. This is in my bubble bath at the Carlisle Hotel lane of things,
there you
y'all.
Go.
Hate to tell you. All right, y'all, well, come along. We're going to take another look at these scent notes and build you a wild fox lather. All right, y'all, back to the sales page at therazorcompany.com. We start with top notes of
bergamot. Oh, and there's lemon. So 2 citruses, but like you said earlier, it's almost like the sun on the actual fruit hanging in the tree. Like, it's not the sweet candied size of those at all, but somehow the actual natural sweet sides of the rinds, that's what I'm getting.
We had a lemon tree in the backyard my whole life. This does not smell like the middle of it. Nope. This smells like you're walking past the tree, getting a sense of the rind, getting a sense of the leaves and the wood itself.
Okay, we have middle notes of green tea, jasmine, and soft woods.
See, I was thinking this was heading a little in the matcha direction, but it doesn't. As soon as the jasmine leaves your nose, those soft woods take over and give you a big, almost cashmere sort of hug. This smells more like a sweater than a forest, really, to me.
And then here's where the oak moss kicks in. In our base notes, we have oak moss. Oh, there is an amber. I said I got a little kind of goldeny thing.
If those two are really holding hands, that's what's saving the oak moss for me, because I think the amber is keeping an eye on it, making sure it stays on its paper.
And then we were talking about the send-off, and it leaves us with a clean musk. So it does have that almost the soapy-ish kind of clean happening.
And then y'all look at my vase. Look at my face. Smell this for a second.
Okay.
The clean musk comes back up around to the lemon to give you a tiny green Irish tweed homage sense.
Ah, yes, it does.
In this, if you know the new one from Sterling Soap Company, a little bit of that going on in here.
But yes, as close as I can get.
But this is natural, and I think I like this better.
This has a little less sharp edges.
Yes.
Like the rounded, the other sides of the florals, the way that the green tea and the jasmine and the amber are helping. Right. Those are the pieces that I think Green Irish Tweed kind of needed.
I kind of hope Rod can get the oil back from the original sharp-dressed man. The new one's lovely.
It's just
but
not
I
the
shaved
same.
it the other night, and it doesn't have that sour lemon hit in the middle that the original sharp dress does.
So the words they're using here are fresh, clean, and unexpectedly smooth. And I would agree with all of those, now having smelled it, but I don't know how else is a better way to even try to explain that.
There aren't enough O's in smooth. And where did I get this bowl from? It's awfully attractive. I don't remember. And again, this is my purple Herald brush, and this is Ken. All right, y'all, this is a new artisan for most of us, so I kind of want you to see the consistency of the soap. You know, not far from like a new Sterling.
Okay.
And I'm going to place that into the ridges of this Razor Company bowl, and Sarah is going to hold that brush while I grab the bougie sprayer. All right, y'all, I'm just going to push some of this soap into the bottom of the bowl and smooth it out to be a thin layer, because our first goal is just to bring the soap up onto the bristles before we start building bubbles. This is what it looks like. And then the rain passes overhead. We're going to wet the top of the soap and let the rest of the water hang out at the bottom of the bowl. And then Sarah's going to hit it hard.
Taking our dry brush here over to the soapy side of the bowl, and I'll start going one direction and the other direction, just trying to get it up onto those bristles. And then I'm going to turn the brush about 25%, and same thing. Going one direction, getting it out of all those little groovies in the bowl here, and the other direction.
Look how quick that soap jumps onto the bristles, and that's where you want to build your lather from.
I'm going to dive down and start adding a little more of the water into the soap here, and we're going to see how this all comes together.
A few moments later.
I know this is only our second one from Wild Fox Rituals, but look at this leather, my friends.
Oh, beautiful.
It's got that nice iridescent kind of buttery side going on.
There's tiny bubbles, and then there's tiny bubble. And you know, in the wall. Don ho. If you ho, you ho. And this is something you only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the Yes We Have No Oakmoss Today with on 3, 1, 2. Oh, beautiful. It's so subtle. Love it.
Such that gentle, sweet, outdoorsy thing is still what's getting me.
Almost sandy. A little bit rocky in the middle. And y'all, TRC has their live shaves on Saturday morning, but we don't do shaving here on the Barbershop Duet, so we thought you might like to see what this lather looks like when it coats and covers. Y'all, if you have not tried this, you might want to consider a fox hunt. You want to try that? Beautiful. Phew, hello.
It's very padded too. Like it kind of got that airy side to the bubbles, but it still has that padded slickness to protect you.
That's just it. That is the combination of slickness and protected that not everybody seems to have. And sometimes if it's too slick, my razor goes right over stuff I want it to be diving into. Sometimes I need that combination of slick and grit.
My nose keeps going towards that amber kind of green tea meets the jasmine portion here.
That amber is the miracle in the middle of this, and it's what makes it morning bright, beautiful, golden.
I know they called it Bergamot and Oakmoss, but my brain is finding everything else around those.
What would you call it?
I don't know, like gentle honey sunshine or something.
Well, y'all, now that I know my beloved has a hidden talent for naming stuff, I think we should take this down just a little bit deeper. All right, y'all, this is the Hydrating Aftershave Gel Serum. It's a brave new world when it comes to post-shave care, and gel is the operative word there. The way that it spreads out thick and protective on your face is a little bit unmatched in this world. And can I please get a monkey in here to help me open this? I don't think you have to shake it. All right, a little something there. We'll just do 1, 2 pumps. 1, 2 pumps. All right.
Oh, I'm getting more of the woodsy.
Oh, Oh, I'm getting the bergamot. Big time. Oh, that's lovely. And the way that that's clicking with the mids and the bass notes is beautiful.
Still, the oak moss is the very last thing I can barely find, but it's right next to the musky thing in here, I think.
It's giving a kind of a rugged, sweet little edge, but it is turned way down. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like 0.5. But y'all, as soon as the oak moss opens its mouth, the amber jumps in. Oh, what a beautiful morning!
You should sing that song when you wear this. I'm
about to do it again.
This gel, it does have that hydrating side where it's not like a sticky where it feels like it's going to get stuck. It feels like it's doing what it's supposed to be doing.
And if this makes sense, where other scents go sweet, this goes clever. This figures out other ways of bringing the scent notes together to give your nose tons to dive into without this being a sweet bomb. I think on a scale of 1 to 10, the sweet's like a 3.
They're just the natural sweets, though. I think that's what's different. Like the natural jasmine sweet, the natural green tea part. It's the most attractive sides of all of those for me.
Right. And delightfully in what we sometimes refer to as our transparent scents. When you walk past someone at the office, they may not even know you're wearing anything. They just might think you've got a clean suit of clothes on and some expensive stuff in your hair. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be Marcus and Sarah opening our first Wild Fox ritual from the Razor Company, except it's not exactly the one you were expecting or the one that your friend sent you. So you're going to reach out to Jason, and of course, he's going to make it right instantly. He's going to say, yo, you keep that one, Marcus. Happy birthday. We'll send out the new one tomorrow so we can do a whole second Wild Fox Rituals episode and get our own. So head over to therazorcompany.com where you'll find this and a ton of other stuff I want. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Wild Fox Rituals Bergamot and Oakmoss, a fabulous light soapy scent. I think if you are fans of Mitchell's Wolf Fat or Almost Heaven by Sterling Soap Company, that's the lane, but this goes in more natural, woody, grounded directions. And let's talk about the lather for a second. Y'all, there's foamy and then there's padded, and I think the difference is protection. This is the epitome of padded. I felt absolutely safe to do some crazy twists and turns, and those difficult patches that I usually have to go over 5 or 6 times, this knocked them out in 1 or 2. There's something special about this. Thank you, Kim Fox, the Razor Company. We will be back for another one soon. Hey, welcome to Messages.
So for our March giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get a $20 gift card to 345 Soap.
Yay! Y'all, and all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here to WeSentYou at thebarbershopduet.com so we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways. And then check back here on our first April episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
Totally not what I was expecting. I see a label that says Oakmoss, but here at the end of the day, I'm a lot closer to green Irish tweed territory than Barbasol.
I do have to say this is a great newbie scent because it's very crowd pleasing. There's not much in here that I think would be pokey to somebody or not. There's no lane, right? So I think that's kind of its blessing, is it kind of is just a nice intro to smelling clean and fresh.
And a great lather for a newbie shaver. Sets up immediately and a luxurious shave on your face. I've done it before.
All right, so the two that we have from Wild Fox Rituals so far, we have a gourmandy, kind of a sweeter one, and then we have more of a clean, lighter scent. What is the next one we should try, y'all? Put your votes in, and we'll take it upon request.
I'm thinking the Santa one that's still in stock at the Razor Company.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, Kim, Jason, a lot of people came together to make today's episode possible, and we are grateful to all of you. What a little treasure for our dad.
Don't forget, you're next to with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.